Yeah, baby, we're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show. YKWD. I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast. YKWD's back again. Old school, back in the day, where it all started. Before them all. YKWD. This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules. Shut up. You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry, it's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. We're live. What's up, everybody? It's Robert Kelly. We're back for another episode of YKWD. You know what, dude? At the Comedy Cellar podcast studios above the world-famous Comedy Cellar. We're excited. I have a very special guest, one of the funniest people, around right now, and has been for a long time. Danny, who do we got?
We have Adrienne Iapalucci on the show today.
That's right. Adrienne Iapalucci. Danny, you're doing so good, by the way.
Thank you.
You are really just a shit producer verbally.
Thank you.
Like behind the scenes, great, but like when you talked, it used to bother me. But now you're great. What's up? You got the special. You did it.
We did it.
And it's done. Directed by Louis C.K.
Yes.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And also produced by
Ari Shaffir.
Ari Shaffir. I mean, you have two of the, my opinion, funniest, unique comics in the biz.
Yeah. If it wasn't for white men, I'd be nowhere. And nobody else is saying that, but I say that.
I'm pretty sure.
Please keep supporting white men.
Everybody should say that.
Yes.
I think that's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keith never stepped up.
No women are helping me. It's just white men.
Is it really true? No women?
I mean, that's not true. No, not that no women have helped me, but I guess there's no, I don't know. Elaine Boozler kind of helped me early on. Elaine. Know with her, but like, yeah, it's mostly been white men.
Fucking Elaine Boozler used to be my comedy crush.
Well, you could probably fuck her now. I feel like I could put you guys in touch and I can make that happen.
I think they just call her Boozler now.
Booze.
Booze.
Yeah. Booze, yeah.
Yeah, back when she was in her prime, smoking hot.
Yeah.
And fucking...
Very funny.
Very funny, huge.
She's so nice, too. She loves animals. She loves boxers. I used to have a boxer.
I did a show at the Paris in Vegas.
We have a picture together, me, you, and her from like...
You were with me?
Yes. I was opening for her, and then I seen you there. And that might be the first time I met you, or...
First time we actually like hung out or something.
Yeah.
And you brought her by.
Yes.
And I was kind of like starstruck.
Right.
Well, because she
That's
was...
your crush.
Well, coming up, like when I was coming up, they had a lot of comedy shows, but it was usually cheesy. Evening at the Improv, comedy half hour, all that bullshit. So most of the comics sucked back then.
I'm sure.
But Bobby Slayton, the other one, who's the other, the Continental. He used to Bobby, what the fuck is his name? Bob something. Anyways.
I don't know
guy?
who that is.
No, that's Slayton, Bobby Slayton.
Collins.
No, Bobby Collins. Bobby Collins.
Okay.
Rosie. There was like a few people. I mean, Rogan back then stood out, but Elaine Boozler, she was smoking hot, but fucking hilarious. And I used to love her. And then I was like,
great.
It was almost like, where did she go? And then one night you were like, yeah, I'm opening for her. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and then we have that picture together, the three of us.
Will you send that to me?
I'll have to find it, but I think I have it somewhere.
It's got to be on your phone, right? You didn't take it with a fucking Kodak.
No, but like, I don't know if I have it on my phone. It might be on like Facebook or something.
I got to find that. That was great. That was fucking a surreal night for me to meet her.
How was your shows in Vegas?
At Paris? Mm-hmm. It was fine.
Yeah.
It did, what was it, at the little lounge? I liked it. That little lounge in there. When I go to Vegas, I always like doing that type of shit.
Yeah.
I hated the big fucking things. I would do those, the comedy festival at the Celine Dion Theater. It was fine, but I like the Palms. They had that little lounge room that I used to like to do.
So those people getting free tickets or they're paying to see you?
Paying.
Okay,
paying
good.
to see me.
When it's free, like nobody cares.
No. Well, Old Vegas, when I worked Old Vegas, and Old Vegas were the comedy clubs. The Riv had a comedy club.
Riv? I never.
The Riviera.
Oh, the Riviera. Gotcha.
The Riviera, all these hotels had comedy clubs, but they never changed the format from old Vegas back in the day. Like all those guys used to work 2 shows a night for 2 weeks, and you did, 3 shows on Saturday, 3 shows on Friday.
Sounds like a nightmare.
The only night you had off was Monday because it was dark, and you had to stand out at the merch booth for the Riv and sell their T-shirts, and you didn't make money.
Get out of here. That sounds awful.
I was so excited to get the gig. I'm working Vegas as a comic back then. I was like, holy shit. I remember Keith Robinson was working the Harris, the Improv.
Okay.
They changed mine to just 1 week. Thank God. He had to do 2 weeks. I caught him on the second week when I flew in.
Yeah.
I've never seen Keith so bad. I mean, now because he had 2 strokes, but
sure. Back
then he looked like he was going to murder himself. He was so sad and fucked up. And they made you eat in the cafeteria. You didn't, your food that they gave you, you got a card. So you were eating with like Asian blackjack dealers in the cafeteria.
Vegas is just depressing.
Vegas, it's not depressing anymore to me because they changed up the format.
Maybe you have a better outlook on life. It's pretty depressing to me.
Well, they have the comedy clubs now that you can work Thursday, Friday,
that's
Saturday.
True, yeah, but being in a club the whole week or something, that's kind of depressing.
It was a fucking nightmare. And they gave you like, the River was a shit hotel at that time too.
Sure.
So you had to do these stupid shows, and they wanted you done. Fuck you. They wanted a 70-minute show. If you went over at all, you'd get fucking yelled at because they want them back.
70-minute show.
They want them back on the fucking floor gambling.
Gotcha.
This is just bullshit.
Right. They don't care what you do there.
Nothing. I think the guy was headlining my week. He would get a chair and sit at the bottom of the escalators and look up women's dresses on in between shows.
That's not a bad hustle.
No, it was pretty good. I did respect it.
It is not a me too. It's like a
it's
I'm just sitting down.
It's a me.
Yeah.
It's a me. But Vegas used to be more depressing than it is. But I hear you. Vegas is like 3 days, 4 days.
If you just stay there for too long, you just like blend into the rug.
Where did you play in Vegas?
I did that thing with Elaine. I've done the Comedy Cellar, and I've done Skankfest a couple of times. It's just Vegas in general is just depressing.
It is depressing because it's this fucking hot, and everything looks closer than it is, and it's not.
There's also smoke everywhere, so you smell the whole time.
Yeah.
Casino smells, going to your hotel, you smell.
Yeah. That's kind of that's ending though.
Is it?
Yeah, nobody really smokes inside anymore that much.
I don't know. At Skankfest, it was just smoke.
I mean, Skankfest this year was fun. I didn't even see you.
I saw you. We spoke.
Where?
We had a pretty deep conversation. I told you
what
about
was
my
it about?
rapes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I think that's why. I think I
You tuned it out?
I tuned it out because of my rapes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They cancel each other out.
Rape cancels rape. Yeah, it does. What'd you do at Skankfest? Just stand up?
Like what shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did shows.
Did stand-ups?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was actually good this year. I had a fucking blast.
It was fun. It was very hot, though.
It's fucking hot as fuck. But
the fans are great. Like, you can't, deny that. The fans are just great.
No, because they know comedy.
They do.
They get it. They understand what comedy is. And you always get shit because of your stand-up.
Sure.
And there's nobody out there like you doing it,
I don't know. My hope is that this special helps bring those people out that enjoy my stand-up. I mean, doing this tour before I take the special was brutal because it's people are coming out and just taking a chance on a woman.
Right.
And I'm not the right person to take a chance on.
No, you have to know what you're getting into.
Right. So it's half the people like you and half of them are just this is disgusting. I can't believe this is what we're
Have you had any fucking incidents at shows?
Of course, all the time.
All the time?
Well, I mean, on the road a lot, especially when it's people that don't know you.
Right.
I feel like I'm telling the same story on every podcast.
That's podcasting.
I mean, I was in Texas and I did a joke about the military and I walked 20 cowboys. I mean, they stayed through almost my whole set and then they just gave in. They were we're out.
What was the joke?
About how this country doesn't care about people in the military. We
Yeah.
don't do anything for them.
Yeah.
And they were just mad that I said that. I was but it's actually true.
Right.
Because I've dated guys in the military more than one time. And
Really?
they're a nightmare.
They're a nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, you think you're going to go to war and come back and be okay?
Yeah. I mean,
No.
we set them up for that.
Sure, but then when they come back, there's no real plan. We just most of them are on the street begging for money.
Well, if you're from Mexico, you have a plan.
What's What's your?
You get a
plan?
hotel, you get a cell phone. No, I'm kidding.
But I don't think
Right.
I don't think that happens if you go to war. I think you
No.
go to war and then you come back and you're homeless. But if you go to Mexico and come here, then you get a hotel.
That's
That's
what
what they got to do. Add that
They
extra
gotta
step.
they gotta come through Mexico.
They got to come back, go to Mexico, and then go.
They have to
from
go
there.
to Mexico, come through the border illegally, and they'll get a phone and an apartment and or a hotel room.
Maybe that's what we need to do.
Yeah,
We
people.
got to go to the Middle East and let them know that.
People are mad at this. Anytime I joke about stuff like that, they call me right wing.
Sure.
And you can't either. It's so fucked up right now too, because if you joke about either side, you're the other side.
Yeah, I mean, like I posted something for someone else, and now everyone thinks I'm this side or that side. It's like I'm not even voting. I don't even care.
What'd you post, Tony Hinchcliffe?
I posted Ari's thing for Tony. And
What was Ari's thing for Tony?
I don't know. He was just saying like he's funny or whatever, and I just posted it. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not even voting. I don't care.
I think Tony, Jon Stewart said it the best. He said I'm sorry, I find it funny.
I mean, I did too. Listen, this is the thing. I've gotten booked on shows where like I've been like, hey, am I right for this? Because like I feel like I'm not.
Right.
I've done 2 charity shows. I've gotten taken off stage both times at these shows.
Talking
The
to the
Boston
microphone,
Herald,
stupid.
yes.
What happened?
So I did a show. I drove during Hurricane Sandy to Boston to do a show for people who were donating money to domestic violence shelter. And it's just like all these rich white women. And I speak to these people before and I'm like, hey, do you think I'm right for this? I feel like I might not be right for this. I tell them my jokes I'm going to do. They're like, we love you. We love that you're a real person. And I go there, I get taken off stage.
How do you get taken off stage?
People just come up and they're like, I got lit like twice, like the time out. I'm like, I don't even know. I was also sick. I drove there during a hurricane. They're like, you sandbagged us. I'm like, what? I drove here during a hurricane.
Why would they say they knew what you were doing?
Because nobody takes responsibility after the fact. No one's like, hey, we vetted her and we messed up. Like the person went up after me and was like, hey, we don't approve of any of that stuff.
The comic?
No. So they bring me up and it's like a lady talking about women getting beat. Like, it's not like I have a great introduction. And then I go on stage to that.
I remember I had a woman's battered shelter behind my apartment in New York, and we got all this food for Thanksgiving, and they gave us an extra turkey. Mm-hmm. So Don was like, "Why don't you go give it to the battered women's shelter?" And Norton was carrying the turkey with me, and we go there. He goes, "When they open the door, I'm going to go, hey, have this done in a couple hours. I'm going to fucking punch you in the face."
That's hilarious.
I was like, what the fuck? Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking joke.
I know, but that's the thing. You're bringing comics into places that aren't necessarily for comedy, and then you're getting mad at us.
They have to stop inviting us to shit. They have to stop trying to get this world. They see some people they like. They're like, this is funny. We should do this. You shouldn't.
No,
Stop inviting us.
Stop.
Yeah, we will ruin it all because we have to, because we don't care about your cause. We only care
We're just doing
about
it for money.
We're doing it for money and to be funny.
Right. And listen, some people are going to like it and some are not. I got taken off a show last year. It's just like, but Eddie Brill booked me for when he see me open for Louis. And I was like, hey, do you think I'm right for this?
What was it for?
It was like another thing it was like something
AIDS?
rich people helping poor kids or something. I did a pedophile joke and then they got mad because the guy in the audience, his wife was there. He worked for like CNN. He was a pedophile. It's just like, how am I supposed to friggin' know that?
Well, maybe you need to start vetting your audience.
I know. It's like, hey, did anyone in here molest a child? And now you're trying to raise money for them? What a crazy thing.
You raise his hand. He goes, all right, you're not going to like this. You got to go.
You got to earmuffs.
Earmuffs. Well, it's funny because Patrice used to do that all the time too. He would go up and just fuck with people he knew wasn't going to like him facially and make them leave. And then as soon as they left, all right, we can start.
That's a good strategy.
It is a good strategy because you know the people that get it out of the way up front, get them the fuck out, and then you know the people that are there to see you and know what you're about to do.
Yeah, I feel like Patrice could do that. I feel like I can't do that.
Why is that?
I mean, it's not like I have a big following. So I'm going to a place where I'm making the least amount of money as it is, and now I'm kicking there are people out that came for free.
I think it's going to change. I think
We'll see.
Look, when I heard that you were going to do a special, I was like, fuck yeah. You did the thing. When I know where I was. I was in Naples, Florida, Louis' garden thing was happening, which I was like, this
yeah.
is insane. I can't believe. I'm so happy that he's back and he's doing the garden again.
That was so cool.
I think the year before, a year and a half before that, we went to a boxing match at the garden, and I saw him just looking around. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I played here like 5 times."
Yeah,
And it's just weird to
be back.
He goes like, "I don't know if I'll ever play here again," but it was like I sold this place out myself 5 times, and he was just like, so to see him a year and a half or whatever it was later,
Right, be there again.
he was there again, sold it out, and I remember I had it on my phone, and then you came out. Who opened? Who?
So John Fish went up. Well, Ravi Coltrane went up,
Right.
and then John Fish. And then
John Fish did great.
He did.
He did great.
And he also went up right after Ravi, which is, I think, a hard spot.
So, and then, but when you came out, dude, I was like, holy fuck. I was like, you did it. You came out, and your set was so fucking perfect. I was like, she just went to this other level. And I saw that I've seen that a couple times with comics. I saw it with Burr. I saw it with Patrice, where I was like, she just went out and everybody forgot. And that's hard to do. Forget who they came to see. They were all watching you, and you didn't fucking flinch. You murdered. I was watching it, saying it out loud. I was with Mike Calter. I'm like, dude, this is fucking game changer right now. And then when you murdered.
I mean, that's also New York City. I'm such a New Yorker.
It's 15,000 people.
18.
They're 18,000. Sorry, fucking fraud. Fuck, hope your career fails.
It's already, it'll just flatline.
Well,
It has to do well for us to do bad, I think.
18,000 people. And then they're there to see Louis. That they're there.
But Louis' audience is also like my people. Like that just is.
It is your people, but still, it doesn't matter. It's that big arena thing. It's hard. Believe me, I did that shit with Dane. I've done it with Louis, and it's hard.
It is hard. I mean, I was freaking out because I was like, I'm used to standing in a spot, and I asked Louis, I was like, what do I do? He's like, just look at the red, because they have those red dots, I guess, because they were streaming it. He's like, look at that, tell a joke, finish that joke, go on to the next one. And I just like circled around because I was like, I don't know how to do this. I'm not going to move around on stage now.
Yeah.
That was my biggest concern.
The hardest part with me was walking to the stage because it's such a long walk.
I was just freaked out about being on stage and having to rotate like a turkey.
Right. Yeah. You couldn't tell a fuck. I remember telling Mike, I was like, dude, she is one of the funniest people, man. That set, that had an effect on your career.
Maybe. I mean, I feel like comics watched it, but I feel like no one else cared.
I don't think so, man. That place, you had them in the palm of your hands in front of Louis.
I mean, it was definitely the coolest, like, part, like the highest point of my career, I would say. Even over doing a special. I mean, doing a special is great too, but that was like a pivotal point for me, I feel like.
Fuck yeah, man. I remember, I think I called up, I think it was Leah. And I was like, you guys, you have to do her special.
Yeah.
Like Louis, I think Chris, wasn't somebody else who was supposed to
Chris
do it?
Rock was going to do it at one point.
I was like, no. I was like, Chris Rock cannot direct her special. It cannot be him.
I've known Louis for so long too. He was the right person.
It had to be Louis. It had to be fucking Louis. Louis just exposed you to his fan base.
Also, what I think happened with Louis too is Louis saw me at Levity Live.
Yeah.
Maybe the worst show of the whole tour.
Yeah, but he knows funny.
But it doesn't matter. I was like tap dancing for these people.
Yeah.
It's all like free tickets. It's all older conservative crowd, which is like not usually my thing. I don't think, especially if they're much older. And like they just hated me. And I get off stage and I was like, he's gonna be like, this is not ready. Yep. I'm not doing it. I get off stage, I start bawling, crying for like a half hour.
Did he give you the pep talk? Did he give you the Martin Luther King, Tom Brady pep talk?
No, but he just like talked to me and he was like, this is a really hard hour. And like going on the road, it's like I'm battling every audience. It's like not easy.
No.
And that's what I felt like. And he was like, well, that's why me and Ari are doing this. We want to help you. But like, I think if I didn't have that talk, I don't know. It was such a hard tour.
Yeah.
Just like, and it's right and left people that are upset. People are walking out on Ukraine. It doesn't matter. People are just upset and that's the thing they do. They walk out. They want to be heard.
Yep.
But like, no, he was like, I was struggling too before I like blew up. And I guess I forget that because I'm just like, everyone's had it so easy. Or
yeah, I remember Lou used to come to the cellar and he was all right. But then I remember we did the Nasty Show back when It was a little smaller, and the Nasty Show was the week before the festival. It was its own thing. It was like a special show for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was me, him, Attell, DePaulo, and Jim Jeffries.
That's a crazy lineup.
It was a fucked up lineup. It was a crazy show. And Louis was closing. And I think Nick DePaulo was hosting. And it was just fucking crazy to be on it. And then I remember he did his own hour one night at Club Soda. And we all just clamored to watch it. And I remember all the Just for Laughs. He fucking was at some other thing.
Mm-hmm.
He just hit another level.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, it's like, I saw it with him. Like, I remember watching it like, dude, I just enjoyed a stand-up.
Right. That's
and
what
I felt the same way when I saw when you did it open for him. I enjoyed your set as a fan. Like when a comic makes me into a fan where I'm like, that's fucking fun. When I'm laughing.
Yeah, that's fun.
And
and that's such a compliment.
Yeah, you fucking killed it. So I was like, when I was like Chris Rock, I mean, God bless Chris Rock, but he doesn't get you like.
No,
Louis.
he doesn't.
No.
I mean, I think he likes me as a comic and he respects me. But yeah, I mean, me and Louis also know each other for so long. Well, not so long, but a pretty good amount of years.
Yeah, and he says outrageous shit and it makes it funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, his fan base is ridiculous.
His fan base, I think, is like whatever my fan base would be, hopefully.
Yeah.
Just those. I don't even know what they are.
Now, how did it get on Netflix? I mean, look, when I did mine with Louis, it was, it was like, look, we're putting it on a site because nobody's going to buy it. Nobody wanted it. You know what I mean? And it's like, fuck it. That's why he did it. It's like, you should have a special.
Yeah.
Same thing with you. It's like, you should have a special.
I don't know. I mean, they pitched it to Netflix and Joanne, I guess, liked me. I didn't even know she liked me.
Yeah.
And then when my manager Marlene called me, she was like, so they're not doing original or something. And she was like, but they want to release it. I was like, really?
Yeah.
She was like, yeah. I was like, because I guess what they were like, there's really no women doing this types of jokes.
No.
I mean, I'm sure, like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, but how long, releasing it for a year or two?
2 years.
It's great.
I'll get it back.
That's great. You're going to own it. I did the same thing with my special with Live from the Village Underground. Nobody wanted it. Comedy Central bought it for a year,
Great.
and then they leased it for a year.
And then you get it back.
I get it back, and I own it. I own Village
Also,
Underground.
Ari laid out all the money. So I was like, I'm going to owe Ari a ton of money.
No, you're not.
I know, but before they were buying it, I was going to owe Ari a ton of money.
You don't think I was panicking when
I mean, I was. Every time they sent, like, I was like, what are we? There were so many cameras. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so much money if no one buys it.
Oh my God.
I just assumed it was going to go on YouTube.
Louis came to me 2 weeks before we were shooting the special, and he goes, I was talking to Joe List. And I was like, oh boy. He's like, we could do this for like 11,000 here at the Village Underground. And, we can have his guy do it, and I can oversee it. I was like, no. No, I don't want it. Because I think it cost like 60,000
to do yours.
To do mine.
And then you had a crazy thing where some lady passed out, right?
She fucking, because we fucked up. We did it in Florida in like, what was it, June or some shit in the summer. I should have did it in January. There was very little AC, and they didn't have anybody have any liquids. I don't know why.
At the show?
Yeah, nobody could bring water into the fucking show because they should have let people have drinks.
Right, so they're just dehydrated and
This
hot.
lady got dehydrated and fucking started seizing out.
Jesus.
And it fucked me up. I mean,
yeah, that would throw me off.
20 minutes in, fucked me up. And that's what I went. I just went on autopilot for the rest of the show. I went back. I had a fucking headache in my eye socket because I was so stressed out. And that's when Louis gave me my Martin Luther King, John Kennedy, and then he ended with Tom Brady speech.
So he did the Tom Brady. He sent me that clip. But then, like, so we did 4 shows, and Ari really wanted to do 4 shows because he's like, look what happened with Bobby.
Yep.
This lady passed out. You could have one show that sucks like that. Louis was like, let's do shows where nobody knows you're headlining.
No.
So we did 1 show like that out of 4.
No.
Okay. So the first show was okay. Somebody that I knew sat in the front, heckled me. I mean, I was also the first show, I was nervous.
They knew you and heckled you?
So drunk and heckled me, yeah. And then they got kicked out.
Fucking idiot.
And that was a good show. It wasn't great though. The second show was the show nobody knew I was headlining. I mean, I tap danced the whole time. It was terrible.
It was terrible.
I went home and I was like, I wasted 20 years doing stand-up. I was like, I mean, like, I was on the phone with my friend next day. I was like, with Liz Mealy, and I was like, I can't believe I have to quit. Like, I've wasted 20 years doing this. And then the shows that night were amazing. But it's like, yeah, it just makes a big difference.
Yeah, I would never do 2 shows again. Ever.
4 shows.
4 fucking shows.
Especially as like an unknown person, there was such like, you just don't know what's going to happen.
Because if you get it on everybody says you always get it on the first one. The second one's just, fuck you, it is.
The second one was my worst show where I was like, I mean, Ari looked like he was going to cry. Like everyone was so dejected. We were like,
why did Louis tell you to do that?
because Louis, I listen, I've heard this before where people are like, we like to see the audience, half of them are really into it and half of them are like so upset. But this night it was like a sixth were into it and the rest were just like, it was also a very tourist heavy.
Where was it?
It was downstairs.
You did it here at the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a tourist heavy place.
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't just like tourists, like American tourists. It was like
The world.
the world. And that's a big difference.
Yeah. Because they don't they're coming there to see
Famous people.
Chris Rock
yeah.
or Jerry come in, and it's a destination.
Yes.
And then they're coming in. And
they don't even know I'm doing a headlining set or taping a special. They were like, when is this girl getting off?
Yeah.
This is the longest 15 minutes.
That is a fucking bad move.
I said we could do one show. He wanted to do all of them like that. I was like, no. I was like, I need fans here.
You need fucking fans to support you that
Yeah.
know who you are and get your shit.
Right. So we did one like that. And it was,
What did he say to you after that?
I mean, he texted with me the whole way home, like just being, me and him will do this thing where it's like so ridiculous, the stuff you're saying. Cause like, I think he knew he had to bring me out of whatever funk I was in.
He's good at that.
He's great at that. Like, everyone's dying. Like, that's how we talk and cheer each other up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like then the
Can
next,
you move the bandana off the microphone? It's
Yeah,
covering your face.
but yeah, he was showing me like that. Even that night before that show, he showed me like people boxing. I'm like, hey, I just need you to be like silly. I just can't with that.
Did he say, was it the Muhammad Ali one?
Probably it was. I was like, I don't need to see black men fighting. Like it's just.
If you want to see that, you just go to Washington Square
I
Park.
go to the Bronx. Go my way home.
Yeah, go to any McDonald's in Manhattan.
But I was like, can you just be silly and funny? That's like better.
Yeah, he gave me the Tom Brady speech. Did it for me.
I like that clip.
It was a good one.
It's a good clip, and I have it on my phone. I was like, man, that is moving.
It snapped. Martin Luther King, nothing. Kennedy, whatever the fuck that was. I was like, nope. And then he did the Tom Brady, and I was like, let's do this. It got me.
Well, yeah, and you had that one show that would make me so freaked out to have only one show left.
Not only did I have that show, as I'm going on stage, some lady went to the bathroom and was coming back and ran in front of me in the intro and went, sorry.
Oh my God.
And went back to her seat, and it fucking ruined my whole like energy of it, because they're like, ladies and gentlemen, give it.
Right. And you're like in your head, and then you're like, oh.
I'm like, okay, sorry. Fucking, it fucking made me angry.
I bet.
And I think the funnest special I had, but it's weird because you say that, because I had the one I did at the Village Underground, somebody was in the front I have a rule when I do the Pussycat, me or less. They have to be uglier than me or less.
Up front. Yeah, you can't have hot people up front. They did that too the first show. Like, I can't have all these hot people right up front. They don't care.
They care about them.
Right.
And if they know they're on camera, these 2 hot chicks at the Village Underground, they would just talk every joke. They'd talk to each other. And then you say something. No, we were saying how funny you were. Well, don't say it during my fucking special.
Right. Just shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
They don't shut up.
No. Why the fucking hot women?
They're just not there for comedy.
No, they're there to fucking it's a night out and they don't give a shit.
They don't care.
Was it a girl who heckled you or a guy?
It was a guy I knew. I mean, he's an alcoholic, though. A wild alcoholic.
Oh, there you go. You sat him up front. That was a stupid
I
move.
didn't tell it. I said, don't sit anyone I know up front.
It's the worst. I don't want to look at somebody
No, it's uncomfortable, too, to make eye contact with them as you're telling an awful joke.
Because the whole time you're up there, you're like, I know that guy. I know that guy.
Right.
And whatever thing they do, you're like, oh, he didn't like that, or they didn't like that, or they like that, or they're not enjoying me as much as everybody else. They know what's coming. It's all in your head.
Yeah, I don't know. I said, everyone I said, I was like, if you're coming, tell them you can't sit up front. I don't want to see your face.
It's the worst. I fucking hate that. So you did the 4 shows, and what was the show that was like, that was it?
The third show. The first show on Monday night.
The third show.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm done. I got it.
Yeah, I came off stage and I was like, oh, we got it. Like,
You
I
got
knew
it.
that. And then the fourth show was like less people, but even better. And I was like, that's crazy. They were just like there for me. I don't
Right.
know who they even were. Some of them I knew, I guess, and some I didn't.
Now, did you use the third show?
We used the third show and I think maybe some of the fourth show.
Right, but the first 2 fucking done.
I don't know if we use anything. It would be funny. Somebody was like, you should put two of them together and show one crowd's enjoying one show and one crowd is not.
You should 100% just do that second show that nobody knew who you were and fucking have that as an extra.
Oh my God, it's so depressing.
Just
I can't even watch it.
Taking a hot one.
Reminds me of Dice when he did the day the laughter died.
Up at the Dangerfield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he knew what he was doing with that.
Yeah.
You know who else bombed on their special? Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, they said that like he was there for like, what, an hour or so trying to get like his jokes.
Yeah, and they just sweetened it. At the end, they sweetened it.
By like the end of it, he's like sitting on the stairs.
Lying on the stairs bombing, and then they added laughs, and it looked like he was killing.
Yeah.
And then they were like, wow, this guy's the best guy in the fucking world.
It's so crazy.
Isn't it weird?
It's very weird.
They can, Comedy Central used to sweeten shit all the time. Everybody did good.
Does Comedy Central even do
No.
comedy specials?
No,
anymore?
they're gone. They just have TV shows. The Daily Show.
The Daily Show, and that's it.
Yeah, which I love. I love that Jon Stewart's back because I think Jon...
He's great.
He's fucking great, man. I think he's great. I know he's a left dude. Who gives a fuck? People, dude, shut up. He's funny. He makes fun of...
He's very funny.
He gets stand-up. He gets comedy. If it's
Yeah.
funny, say it. And he'll trash the left. He'll trash the right, you know?
That's kind of how it should be.
Yeah, but for a long time, it wasn't.
I know. I like that he did like... he went up against everyone for like 9/11, the victims and stuff to extend their... I mean, like, that's even crazy that you have to be doing that.
It's fucking nuts that he had to go to like some crazy court thing and use all his fame power
Right.
to get people that were dying from going back into the buildings
Right.
to save people.
It's crazy.
It's nuts. We're fucked. Next week, me and Ari are going to Cuba.
I heard. And they
Well,
said
we
that-
went already, but
We went already.
in this, because this is coming out later.
Oh, that's
but
right. How was it?
It was great.
I'm glad you guys didn't die.
Well, you don't know that yet. He's such a maniac, dude. I love him.
Ari's crazy.
I love him to death, but he's like,
Me too. He's nuts.
we're not staying anywhere touristy. Okay. He wants to just go in the fucking jungles of Cuba.
Right. That's where you're gonna be.
I'm fighting it. Like I'll
Just take it.
I can't. I have a fucking kid.
Your kid's old enough.
Yeah, but he has
How old's your kid? 12?
11.
He's fine.
Yeah, but I
Your wife's fine too. She's got enough of you.
I know. She'll fucking fuck a plumber in 5 seconds.
Plumbers are good.
They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking nervous.
You're not gonna really go stay in someone's hut.
Yeah, we are.
You think so?
I know we are. I booked it.
What is it?
It's a casa. It's somebody's house. American tourists can't stay in hotels.
Okay.
Government-owned hotels.
Okay.
Because we're American. We have to stay in these, casa fucking something, whatever.
Do you think
they're
you're gonna have to stay there?
called. We are.
No, I mean like forever.
No. I won't. But I'm sure Ari will pull his dick out and say something against Cuba.
Ooh, that's true. You gotta watch out for that.
I already got a game plan.
What is it?
I'm gonna just pretend I speak no English. And
What kind of ethnicity are you gonna be that doesn't speak English?
I'm just gonna be Mexican because
You look a little Mexican.
I'm gonna go see loco
Yeah.
loco
You look a little
americano,
Mexican.
and I'm just gonna pretend I don't know. I see he crazy.
That's pretty good.
He Jewish people crazy.
He doesn't look Mexican at all.
No, he looks like the original Jewish person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a poster child for.
I think he's fine. He's in third world countries all the time.
He is, but he does crazy shit.
I mean, yeah, he's probably gonna take a shit
I mean,
somewhere.
look, I like doing crazy stuff too because I don't mind it, but I just don't.
I like doing crazy stuff when I know I can't like be stuck in a country I'm not from.
That's the thing that's fucking me up. Is you go to other countries and
But
do
you could swim here.
I couldn't.
Just do a lot of just float. Float most of the way.
We wind up having to hook up with like a family on a
Yeah,
on
just
a
find
tub.
a family and get in their boat.
Get in their tub.
Mm-hmm.
Their tub with 5-gallon buckets of empty water bottles.
Sure. Whatever you gotta do.
I don't know. They had the electricity's gone. The fucking electric grid is fucking trashed.
I mean, why this country of all the countries?
Because I want to go because of the cigars.
Well.
And I love Cuba, like the country. I've always
Then-
loved it. I've
then
always
go there.
wanted to go.
Then go there.
I know, but I was like, let's stay at this place. Like, no, it's too fancy. It's like, all right.
Yeah, he wants to like stay in a place where you have to like grow your own food.
Yeah, he wants to stay in a place where you'll definitely get bit by a spider while you sleep.
A spider.
Yeah.
Get bit by a Cuban, a rabid Cuban.
I think it's actually a safe country because they're so fuck you and
Militant.
they're so, yeah, they'll just kill you. They'll take you away. What are you Googling?
They said that the guy, Steve, said that like their economy's collapsing. I mean, that was the latest, I think.
We're going to help. When you had to check your thing, it was to help the Cuban people. That's where we're going.
Oh, what are you going to do for them?
Give them $2 tips.
That's probably like $5,000.
It's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot.
That's helping them.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to have a blast. It's going to be a blast. That's why I love Ari. He does stupid, crazy shit. You know, all right, let's go. He has no problem with it. And I have a big fear about that stuff. I mean, we went out into the woods a couple times just overnight.
Oh, yeah, during the pandemic, right? Didn't you guys go to the woods?
Yeah, went in the woods. Me, him, and Joe. Yeah, we spent the night. A couple times.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Can't.
Nah, you're not a woods.
Mm-mm.
No, you're Italian. Like full. Like your family.
I'm also Hungarian too.
But is your family Italian? They make meatballs and sauce on Sundays and shit like that?
Not really anymore. Everyone's dead in my family, but like, yeah, we grew up like that.
Why is everybody dead? Who's dead?
My dad.
Dad died?
All my grandparents. My
Dad?
uncle I don't talk to.
Is your mom alive?
My mom's alive.
Are you still friendly with her?
Yeah.
Yeah? Does she like your comedy?
She does. My mom does comedy. You know that, right?
What?
You knew
Is your
that.
mom Elaine Boozler?
My mom's Elaine Boozler. Fuck my mom.
I would fuck your mom if it was Elaine Boozler. I'd still throw it in Elaine just for shit.
Why not? I think she went through a divorce.
Your mom does what?
She does stand up. She does a lot of black rooms.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
You're lying.
I'm not.
Does she have like a one name? Is that like Cyclone? What's your mom's name?
It's just a regular name, Debbie Baza.
Debbie Baza?
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking lying to me.
I'm not.
How long has your mom done stand up?
She's done it on and off. She took me to like my first open mic.
Did she do stand up before you?
She did, but like she was like, I never knew you could do it as like a career.
Really?
And then when she seen me get like Montreal and last comic stand, she was like, oh, I'm gonna start doing it again.
That'd be funny if your mom got Montreal like shit before you.
No, she didn't. I wish she actually did well and helped me.
Is she funny?
She is funny. She's pretty dirty though.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there clips of her?
I'm sure you can find clips.
What's her name?
Come on, what are we doing?
I'm going to watch your mom do stand up. Is what I'm going to do.
Off to it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe later.
All
That's
right,
fucking.
I'll send you some stuff.
Do you know how fucking crazy that is? Your mom. I mean, whose parent does comedy? Is this her? She does black rooms?
Yeah, where is she? She's
I
like
don't know. That's not her. Is that her?
Yeah, that's her DJing.
That's how I roll.
Oh my God, I
Stop!
can't watch
Stop!
this. I
Fuck
can't
you!
watch this.
Fuck you!
I can't.
First of all,
watch
your
this.
mom is young as shit.
My mom's pretty hot.
Your mom is hot.
Do you want to bang my mom and Elaine?
At the same time?
Yeah, threesome, baby.
I'd do that. How funny would that be if I started banging your mom?
I mean,
if I showed up,
she'd be like, "Can you help? Can I open for you?" I'd be like, "Oh."
I'd let her open.
Go ahead.
Where is this? Is this a black room?
Yeah, this is like in a diner on top of a table.
This is fucking hilarious, man. I think I've met your mom.
You probably have.
I think that'd be fun.
Well, this is like watching myself, though. This is terrifying for me.
This is fucking insanely amazing. Why that last name? Is that a stage name?
No, she got remarried.
To
my stepfather, and then they got divorced and he died. But yeah, I told her she can't go back to Iapalucci. I was like, absolutely not.
Why?
Because
of the black rooms?
No, because that's my name. So like you can't go back.
So she Debbie Iapalucci, that would fuck you up.
I don't want that.
No, you can't have it. You have to have Debbie Bazzi.
Debbie Baza, yeah.
Let me just hear one. Let me hear one. Earmuffs. Go ahead.
I just keep lining them up.
Lining what up?
Husbands.
Keep lying.
See, look.
This is a fucking black. Your mom's.
My mom is in a black room.
That's good. I have my second husband lined up. I was waiting for the divorce from the first. That's right. My poor second husband was dying. I was dating a little bit. Just a little. You got to get out. It's not easy taking care of someone dying. Don't judge me.
My mom is funny.
Everything's about them.
Not to that lady.
Not to that lady. But she was fucking her husband.
That's fucking Craig. What are you doing? Play it, you fuck. I want to hear the rest of the joke. Don't go halfway through the bit. Your mom is funny.
She is funny. My mom, like, one time we were in a store, and, you know, like, I don't know, so you're getting, like, a size medium shirt or something for her. She's like, go get me all the mediums. Sometimes when the kids are sewing, they're tired, and they sew a little bit slower. So, like, that's kind of how my comedy came from, like, being like that. And then also everyone that I went to grammar school with we had a friend that killed himself, and like we all met up again like 10 years ago, and everyone's sense of humor is so dark. I'm like, oh, that's where it happened.
In school.
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
In the Bronx.
In the Bronx. And was it Italian neighborhood? Italian black?
Italian. No, it was Italian and Irish.
Italian Irish. Let me hear. I grew up Italian Irish too. It's funny. It is like they say, like Boston comics like are funny. It's because of the neighborhoods we grew up in.
I could see that.
No, there was no political correctness.
No.
Segregated. Everybody, even the white people had no money. We're all fucking.
There was like one black kid in my school, and I had a crush on him. And I remember telling my mom, and she tried to explain racism to me using the birds and the bees. I remember this as a child.
What did she say?
The birds play with the birds, and the bees play with the bees. I was like, I don't know what it has to do with me and Trevor. Like, I'm like 6.
Who are the birds and who are the bees?
I don't know. The whites are one and the blacks are the other. I have no idea. But it's like, that makes no sense to me.
I'm pretty sure the bees were the blacks to her.
Maybe.
The bees.
They actually work hard, the bees. Harder than the birds. They keep the country going. The bees.
The birds are just shitting on cars.
The birds don't do much.
Ah, fuck me. All right, let me hear this.
I hate you for doing this.
I hate you for telling me
I needed
this.
to get out too.
Oh, God.
I'm actually in the middle of a divorce now. Yeah, I didn't really want it. I just figured I'd scare him into changing. Bad idea. Bad idea. We started getting along better, you know. So I said, maybe we could reconcile. Oh, no. He says, he does, you know, he's humming I Will Survive. He's packed. It's like, whoa, that's our song, I Will Survive. He's going to the next room. He's not going far.
Oh, yeah. They were divorced living in the
Can't
same
date
house.
living
What?
with your ex.
They were
You know
divorced
what I
living in
mean?
the same house.
What the fuck is that? That sounds like Rich Voss and Bonnie.
Yeah. I mean, they did that for a while. Because my mom is not like a worker.
What does that mean?
I mean, she's never had like a full-time job. She just keeps getting married. That's like her job. That's her employment.
Is she remarried now?
No, but this husband died and she got enough money from his Social Security. So I said, this is like, it was 10 years, but it was like you worked 10 years for a pension.
So she worked for his pension.
Right. So
How'd he die? Knife to the neck?
No, he had cancer.
Oh, shit. Sorry. You don't give a fuck.
He didn't leave me anything, so I don't really care.
Did you like him?
He was okay. My sister, so there's like a big controversy. My sister actually ended up, my mom and him lived together because the house was under both of their name.
Mm-hmm.
So they were waiting for somebody to buy it so my mom could get money and leave. And then he eventually was buying the house from my mother, but he was dying of cancer. My sister didn't let my mom know that, I guess, that he was really sick. So they did that a month before he died. And then my mother, if she waited a month, would have had the whole house. My sister ends up going and buying the house with my stepfather.
Fuck you.
Not telling my mother, and then gets the house and kicks my mother out. It's like chaos.
That's fucking wild.
My sister's going to be very mad at me because she does not know I did jokes about her on the special.
You did jokes about that?
Not about that, but just about her. She's not going to be thrilled.
It's funny that you say that because I had a great joke about my sister who had a kidney transplant, and my mother was like, "You can't do that joke. You just can't." And I had this whole thing about her. The next door neighbor Neil gave her a kidney, but nobody liked Neil.
That's hilarious.
Except for my mom.
Because he gave her the kidney?
Yeah, well, she likes him, but and my sister was like, "I'm not taking Neil's kidney."
Why not?
Because she was like, "I don't want Neil."
In me?
Yeah. And then he wound up giving her the kidney, and they wound up becoming friends, and I wound up being the only one not really liking Neil. Not that I hated him. He's a nice guy, but I just never...
Why can't you do this joke?
And then, because it was real. Like, that's real. And then Neil tried to hit on her at the movies, and she came back. He tried to, and I was like... The joke was like... that.
He's already in you.
I was like, this fucking... That's a good tag I should have added. I said, I go, fucking Neil, that's my sister. But on the other hand, as a man... And that's a fucking great long game. I mean,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, holy shit.
That
I
is
mean,
great. She should have
I've done shit for pussy. I never gave an organ for an organ. I mean, that's nuts.
I feel like that's not a bad joke that you...
I thought it was a great joke, but my mother was like, "You can't do that. He gave your sister life." And my sister was like, "No." You know, everybody was like,
Did you have to pay him for it?
"Pay him the kidney?" In the hand jobs, yes.
That's it?
Yeah.
How many hand jobs equal a kidney?
42.
That's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
Especially if you do it twice a day.
Yeah. It's so funny. She had to get another kidney 17 years later.
Not from him.
I'm like, who are you blowing now? No. She got a donor, thank God.
Wow.
Yeah, but families get mad at that you're revealing the shit for some
Me and my
reason.
sister have never really been close, so it's not like
Older or younger?
she's younger.
She's younger. So she did all this deceitful, weird, but she was close with your dad.
She was close. My sister gets in between my mom and her husband's.
The new one.
No,
All of them.
so my dad that adopted me when I was like 1, he died from brain cancer.
All right, where's your real dad?
Somewhere upstate.
So your real dad is alive,
He has like a lot of kids.
but you don't know him.
I met him, and then I wanted to not have him as like my dad, but I wanted to meet like his kids. He has a bunch of kids, and his wife hand wrote me like an 8-page letter why I need to stay away from her husband.
What the fuck?
She was like, stay away from my Joey. It reminds me of like Jamie, what's her name? Mary Jo Buttafuoco. Like, stay away from my Joey. It was so crazy. And she was like, he says that you're like attractive. Why don't you get a boyfriend? I was like, what? It was so bizarre.
It's so fucked up because I don't feel like, I don't know for a fact, but I feel like my real dad, they got divorced when I was a baby, but I always liked my dad. He was the shit. We kind of got along. And then later in life, I tried to get back with him. And we did. We wound up hanging out.
It is weird though, right? Because you're like,
No, we were cool. Like he's very, like we kind of look alike. He was just a cool dude.
Your sister and you have the same dad?
My older sister and me have the same dad. My younger sister and my younger brother have my other dad, Larry, who I love too. He was kind of around from, 13, and he's dead.
Okay.
He died a few years ago, which was sudden as shit. Just went, and that was the love of my mom's life. She's never really recovered, God bless her. But my real dad, my mom never liked, fucking hated him, and she tried to like sabotage it all the time. I remember one time I was like, she married this fucking abusive douchebag for 5 years that used to beat me and my sister, and
she had no kids with that guy.
No, thank God.
Good.
No kids with
Yeah,
that guy.
good.
But I remember one time I was like, I want to go live with my dad. And she's like, oh, yeah, you want to go live with your dad? Call him. Go ahead. Because she knew. And I called him, like, Dad, can I come live with you? He was like, no. Because he had a whole new family.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, he had a daughter with this other lady.
You're like,
And
well, Mom, it seems you're right. I cannot go live with that.
I mean, hang up that call, fucking kill. Because they're like, what'd he say? I'm like, you know what he said.
Yeah,
and I just
that
went
hurts,
and cried. And my evil stepfather was just like, I told you. It sucked. I remember
Yeah,
that like
that
it happened
sucked.
yesterday. But later in life, when I got sober, we wound up hooking up again. And he was like, what do you want? A birthday present? And I get it,
But it's like, what is the birthday present that makes up for it? Like, I ended up meeting him. I mean, I met him in 2017. I hadn't seen him since I was a baby. And he was like, you look just like your mother.
Wow.
And he was like, your mom is like so beautiful. I'm like, so you think I'm beautiful? You like me?
You said that?
No. That's why his wife was upset. I know he wants to fuck you. No, I didn't say that. But like he was like so scared of his wife. I remember the second time we met, he was like, I hope she doesn't change the lock. Nobody knows I'm here. I'm like, whoa, this is weird.
Yeah. I think that, what I was getting to is that my father's wife, I think at one point, it was weird. My sister needed a kidney. My mother was like, ask your father. Ask your real father if he can do it. I guess he came in and he found out, he couldn't do it and blah, blah, blah. And he got mad.
He was like, yes.
Yeah, we were all like that. I came out of my block. I was like, fucking yeah. My mother said, you can do it? I was like, no.
Nope, sorry.
no.
I really want to.
And fucking Neil was like, I'll do it. I was like, oof. But
Who is Neil? I know he's your next door neighbor. We're like, did he always like your sister?
Well, I don't know, apparently, but whatever. Neil's the fucking star of the family, for that time. But he actually, my mom, I never saw the letter, but she called me up. Your father wrote your sister a letter saying, you only call me when you need something or blah, blah, blah. Almost like a fuck you letter to my sister who needed, and she got me to fuck. Well, I was like, I got defensive. Like, my sister's dying.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, fuck that. And I never talked to him again.
Wow.
And I wish I did a little more research because, I know my mom didn't, Larry's your father, which was her husband at the time, which
Right.
I get, He was
Right.
there for me, blah, blah, blah. But it was kind of like, look, that's my biological father.
Sure.
I mean, my son doesn't have a grandfather now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're all
What
dead.
about Neil?
No, I don't want to know.
Do you hate Neil?
I don't hate Neil. Neil's a lovely man. I just don't get along with Neil. You know what I mean? It's just that there's certain people that you
I
just,
get it.
you know what I mean? It's like, whatever, dude. I just never get along with him. My mom, whatever with Neil, but
Is he attractive?
no, not at all.
I'm kind of fascinated by Boston, though.
What do you mean?
Just like I would I guess I don't know. I've never I just see stuff on TV
Yeah.
and I wonder, is that what your childhood was like?
Yeah. Yeah. Like what? Like fucking crime and
No, just like
abuse and fucking.
what's the movie with Robin Williams and Matt Damon?
Oh, you mean fucking. How do you like those apples?
How do you like those apples? Was
Good
that
Will
your
Hunting.
childhood?
What'd you say?
Good Will Hunting.
Good. No, those are fucking. I mean, those guys, like the way they were.
Yeah.
I grew up with those guys.
That seems kind of fun.
Let me tell you something right now. If you went to Boston and just lived there, you would be a superstar
Why?
because they would fucking love you. Not now,
Not now.
but when I grew up,
Sure.
you would be the fucking biggest comic in the world.
Sure.
Because when we came up, there was people went to clubs and nobody got offended. Boston, that was the one thing why comics, I believe, got good there.
Because you could do whatever you wanted.
You could say whatever the fuck you wanted as long as it was funny. Nobody got offended.
Was that like in New York too, though?
New York was a little more hippie-ish.
Okay.
You would do, certain clubs and it was a little hippie-ish, you always had that element that was in the crowd maybe. But Boston was just, whatever the fuck you wanted to say. If it was funny, they laughed. And it was such a big scene.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many clubs and we were just going up being assholes and
Yeah.
being funny. And so, yeah, if you came up with us in that
I
generation,
did.
you would be a fucking superstar. The trick about Boston
Damn.
is you could stay in Boston and make a living, and a lot of people just stayed.
Yeah.
It was hard to leave and come to New York because
I mean, I watched that documentary where people are making $2,000 a week, and you're like, that's crazy. I mean, this is back in the day.
that was back. They got paid
Yeah.
in coke and cash.
Right, but that's like still crazy, $2,000 a weekend.
Yeah, but that back then it was nuts.
It's just weird how the scene changed so much.
Yeah, it's right now. It's the money.
Yeah.
Comedy became the music industry. I mean, think about it. The comics are playing the places that bands used to play.
Big theaters, arenas.
Big theaters, arenas, and it's just them. There's no overhead. It's a light and it's a fucking microphone. There's
Do
one.
you like playing in an arena?
No.
I mean, I've opened for Louis at a couple of them, and they suck. It's just like it's so big. There's echoing. It's not like listen. I'm not saying I'll ever get there, but like it's not really the best way to enjoy comedy.
No, the best way to enjoy comedy is
Small
what you
room.
did at the Comedy Cellar.
Small room that like low ceilings.
Comedy's jazz. It's supposed to be underground. People who know about it should go to it. People who don't shouldn't. But now, because it's so exposed and
Everyone's going to it.
they learned how to make money. There's money. Now they're making people. Like they make stars in music.
Yeah.
They're making stars in comedy now who will appease large audiences and they'll make that fucking bank. That's why, like if you started fucking blowing up and playing arenas and shit like that from this special, there's going to be a point where they'll take you down. They'll fucking, like Roseanne, they took Louis, that's when they can take you down. They
Right.
can't take you down
When you have nothing.
when you have nothing like me.
I mean,
I
me
can-
too.
I can-
like when you post something, people are like, "You're gonna get canceled." I'm like, "From what?" I live in the Bronx.
From what? The dojo of comedy?
Right, the dojo of comedy.
No offense, Danny. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing with Tony too. It's like you guys don't understand. You're just making him. He doesn't give a fuck. He has his fan base, and he's fine. Now, I think now people are realizing, comics are realizing that who gives a fuck. Like Shane doesn't give a fuck.
No, it actually helped him. I think.
Louis too. Louis
Yeah.
came back. You can't. You can take away the Oscars, the Grammy. You can take
But
away.
you can't take away a fan base that loves
No,
you.
you cannot. You can take away the fame. You can take away, all the people that liked you but didn't like you because you were famous.
Sure.
But you will not take away the fans of your comedy.
No, you could still be making a really good living.
Yeah. Well, do you hope to play like? Do you want to like offer this special?
Mm-hmm.
If you blow the fuck up off of this and get a sitcom or whatever the fuck all that shit that they do, Are you looking forward to that? Or are you dreading it?
I'm not gonna get a sitcom.
Well, you never know.
What would Adrienne's sitcom be?
Yeah, what would it be?
It would be you and your mom doing stand-up.
Me and my mom shot a sizzle reel for like VH1 because we were both doing stand-up. I mean, never went anywhere, but like that's my mom's dream.
To get fame.
To just us do something together.
That would be fucking wild.
It would be wild. I mean, yeah, I'm ready to sell out and get money.
You're going to sell out. You're done.
I mean, whatever I have to do.
And now you're going to are you going to let your mom open for you? If you don't let your mom open for you on the road, if you're fucking huge from the special.
That's crazy. Why do I have to do that? Can I just give her money?
No, you can't.
Why can't I just give her money?
Because she's a comic.
Is she? Then how come she didn't make it and help me?
She's trying.
She's not trying.
You don't know that.
First of all, my mom, me and my sister used to go to school every day. My mom was sleeping. She could have driven us to school.
What?
She didn't work.
She stayed in bed?
Yeah, and she let us walk to school in the freezing cold.
Yeah, but that's what we did in the day.
But she wasn't work. She didn't even work. She could have gotten up and driven me 10 minutes to school. It took me like a 40-minute walk in the freezing cold.
Yeah, but that's what we did back in the day.
Well, you know what? You should have fucking got in the car. She didn't even cook us anything. She was just sleeping.
She didn't make you breakfast?
No, she was sleeping.
But was there breakfast to make?
Maybe like cereal or something.
Right. That was our generation, though. That's what we grew up with. That's what I think.
Sure.
I think it made you funny. 100%. If you grew up with two parents that loved you to death and gave you boundaries and it was there for you every day and drove you to fucking school and you weren't walking 40 minutes going, this fucking twat.
But you know what? I'd probably be married and have kids and have a pension. Like listen, I have a friend that used to do stand-up. She quit. I went and stayed at her house. She has this beautiful house in Seattle on the water with her 2 dumb dogs and her husband. She seems pretty happy.
Is that what you want?
I don't know. I wish that I wanted that.
You don't want that.
No, but I wish I did.
But you don't. It's not in you.
Probably not.
It's no way. Could you? You still have a boyfriend though? The same guy?
No, I don't have a boyfriend.
You had a
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm dating. I'm not dating. It's like a nightmare out there.
I thought
it's truly a nightmare, and
I'm
it's like
so glad I don't have to deal with that.
It's just truly a nightmare.
You're
lucky. Like honestly, just stay with your wife, no matter how bad it is. It's not as bad as going on these dating sites.
I could not even imagine.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine going to an app or one of these things and having to meet some stranger.
I'm not even on the apps anymore. I just stopped. I'm like, I don't care. Maybe I'll meet someone in the real world.
Right. But now if you blow up, somebody's going to meet you because of who you are.
I know, but I don't like that either.
But what are you going to do? What do you want?
I don't know. I just want somebody to like me for me.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard you say.
You know what? Honestly, if Alan, our therapist, was single, I would date him.
Alan?
I love Alan.
I love Alan too.
I would date him.
I had him today.
I'm very jealous.
What day did you go to?
I didn't go this week.
You didn't?
I'll text him. He gave into my specialty. I love Alan.
Wait a minute. You get to text therapy with him?
Yeah, I love Alan. If Beverly ever dies, I'm swooping in.
He lets you text therapy with him?
No, he doesn't let me text him for therapy, but I can text him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't let me text therapy him. That's crazy.
I can text him, but I thought you text therapy. I Zoom therapy sometimes.
I do it on the phone.
You do it on the phone? What, just voice?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking wild.
Is it?
I do Zoom. Just do the Zoom.
He never told me that's an option.
It's a fucking 100%
Maybe he doesn't want to look in my eyes because he has feelings for me.
He must love you, though.
He does. Do you remember? I remember when I first went to him, he had to watch my comedy and make sure I was fucked up enough.
Did he really?
That's what he told me. He was like, "You're fine. You're good."
Oh, he calls me a lifer.
Yeah, I said to him, I go, "Do you ever think I'm going to be cured?" He goes, "No,
no,
never. You're so crazy."
He's going to quit doing therapy before we're done with him.
I mean, I hope he doesn't ever quit, but he's going to die at some point. That's going to be tough.
I know. We're all going to be fucked.
We're going to be so fucked.
We're going to be fucked. I mean, the one thing I have during the week this morning, we fight. Do you fight with him?
I don't fight with him.
I've had full-fledged screaming matches at him.
He'll say stuff to me where I'm like, I just don't. I'm just not going to do that. Like, I'm telling you right now, I wish I could, but I can't. I just get in these relationships where they're just so bad.
I said something to Max the other day, and I told him this, and he's like, "You shouldn't do that." I'm like, "I got it from you, fuckface."
Ooh.
And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "You said this. You told me
to do this.
You said that to me about me. I'm just passing that on to my kid. He's like, I didn't mean it like that. I'm like, well, fucking be more specific, you piece of shit.
What, you call him a piece of shit?
Yeah, but we have that relationship.
Wow.
I'm not. He'll laugh. He'll be like,
Wow, this is crazy.
I mean, dude, I've screamed at him. Like
that's abusive.
He's screamed back at me.
Wow.
Oh, he's got a temper. You knew he grew up in the East Village, like with gangs.
And he
shit.
got kicked out at like 16, and he was like a wandering Jew.
He was he still is a wandering Jew. I'm going to Cuba with a wandering Jew.
Yeah, that seems like it's your life.
Yeah, I don't really trust comics that don't go to therapy. I think all comics should go to somebody neutral and let it out.
I think most people could use therapy.
I think everybody could use therapy, 100%. And people give shit. Oh, you go to the comic therapy? Yeah, you mean the guy that understands our business?
I mean, he also he does really know me. It's just interesting because he's like, me and my family grew up just fighting all the time. So he's like, that's how you guys stayed close to each other. There was no real closeness except for fighting.
Yeah.
So that's what I exhibit in a lot of these relationships. That's just we're fighting, or it's we're talking, we're not talking. I'm stopping talking to them. I'm talking. It's it's the same chaoticness.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I've been really trying for the last few years not to yell because I found out it's my mother. My mother would yell at me, and that's how I get the adrenaline.
My whole family screamed. That's all I did.
I get you get the anxiety, you bury it, and then as soon as somebody gives you the opportunity, you let it out. Mm-hmm. And it comes out, and it's hard for me because that's my protection. That's,
right.
I want to fight or scream in your face and get you to fight or something like that. And it's useless in adult life.
Yeah, fighting like that. Sometimes it feels so good though to just unleash.
It feels fantastic.
And so I remember I was
especially
so mad. I had pantry moths in my house for 3 months.
What is it?
Oh,
moths, yeah.
A nightmare. I wasn't staying there, staying with my mom, and I came back to my apartment and I double parked in this driveway, and this old lady that must be 90, her mom's 100 or something. I don't know what their ages are. She's like, don't double park here. I need this space. I need this space. I need to be able to have access to my car 24 hours a day. It was 2 a.m. So I just was whatever. I parked my car there again in front of her thing, and then she's honking. We go downstairs. I start fighting with this lady. And I mean, I was just so frustrated from everything going on, but we unleashed on each other.
It felt good.
It did. And I was like, I'm going to have to fucking apologize to this lady. And I seen her when I got back, and I was like, hey, I was going through my own stuff, but I shouldn't have done that. And I'm sorry. I shouldn't be blocking your thing.
And what'd she say?
She was like, no, it's okay. I've known her for 7 years.
Right.
But we both had a moment where we were like, I need to take this out on you.
And if it is, there's something cathartic about it, that it does release whatever the fuck you've been holding on to. It's gone. It's fucking gone. I remember I yelled at a guy at the red light, and I think rage and anger does work changing the world sometimes. Because there was a guy behind me, a car in front of me, light would turn green, beep. And I was like, what the fuck?
Give me a second.
Next light, same situation. Guy in front of me. I can't go through him.
Yeah,
physically.
that's crazy.
And beep. And I fucking lost. Third light. I'm like, there's no way this fucking light turned beep. And I finally fucking lost it.
Yeah, you lose it. You're you're just baiting me to lose it on you.
Pulls up on the side of me. I'm like, what the what the fuck are you? I lost it. It went, bleh. Everything my wife's done for me the last 2 months, my mother said to me, all the disrespect, little things Max said, all the shit I've, bleh. And I was like, you fucking look, there's somebody in front. How the fuck am I supposed to get in front of them? What am I doing with the fucking car, you fucking idiot? You
what
can't
did he say?
You don't fucking, he goes, I'm sorry, man. I'm late for work. I go, well, you're not going to get there any fucking sooner.
Well, now we're doing this.
That's what I said. I go, you ruined my fucking day. Everybody else's fucking day is ruined because of your fucking. And he's like, no, you're right. And I'm like, all right, we're fucking. You're gonna get there. Don't worry about it. He's like, all right, I'm sorry.
Doesn't it make you feel good though that he backed down?
So good.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't, I was in trouble. He was a very big guy.
Was he?
He wasn't big, but he was.
Do you have a weapon in your car?
I do.
What do you have?
I have a bat.
I have a bat from Hilarities.
Yeah.
Do you have that same bat?
I have a Hilarities bat, but I don't want to ruin that because I do like that one.
I mean,
I have a little mini bat from Bat Day at a baseball park.
Oh, okay.
And then I have a knife.
Do the Yankees? Oh, this is.
I don't know yet.
Past.
They're losing. They're not winning.
They're not
sorry,
winning.
they're not winning the World
They're
Series.
not.
Yeah,
you guys suck.
Sorry, Ari. It's not happening.
Are you not even from New York?
He's not from New York.
He's like, I was born here and then was here till I was 6. I was like, you're not in New York.
You're not in New York.
Sorry.
Go fuck yourself. You're L.A. You vote for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
You were there longer.
He doesn't care.
No, he loves the city so much.
He does, and he's moving.
He's moving to where? Oh, Spain.
No, he's moving. He's going on this trip or whatever, and then he's going to go to England, he said.
Oh, yeah, England. Yeah, he's moving to England. Yeah, I love it. He has a great life.
He does.
He has no kid, nothing. Do you want kids?
No. Do I want kids? I'm 46. What am I going to do?
Oh, you can have a kid with a hair lip and a fucking weird eye.
No, thanks. No, thanks. I don't want a problem.
You don't have to lower your kid into the fucking pool.
I just don't want to have to wake up for something that like might die if I don't wake up.
They do die. You do have to. There is a certain amount of time that you have to be there. I remember.
Like I have a dog, but like she's okay for like a while. But like I don't want to have to wake up because a kid is like, I don't know, in his fucking crib and it has crib syndrome. I don't know. I don't want to have to be.
When Max was an infant, I had to watch him one day, and I was so tired. And I remember I fell asleep on the couch, and I woke up, and I just was hoping he wasn't dead.
Right.
And thank God he was in it. He wasn't even in front of me anymore. He was in his room. He went to his room.
Great.
And I was like, fucking please don't have a knife in your head.
Where would he get a knife from?
I don't know. I was just panicking because you're not supposed to nap with.
But there is that thing where you're like, I hope this kid's not dead.
Oh God, how do you explain? I would have to blame like somebody broke in. I got drugged.
I mean, that would be terrible.
Yeah, I'm not taking the hit on that.
No, that's wild.
What were you doing? Napping?
I fell asleep. I'm tired.
I felt so exhausted. Having a kid is exhausting.
I wouldn't. I mean, I used to be a nanny.
You were a fucking nanny?
Mm-hmm. White people will let anyone watch their kids.
What the fuck? When were you a nanny?
I did it.
I don't know any of this. I mean, I'm definitely going on your mom YouTube spiral
what you do
tonight.
with my mom is your business.
Oh, I'm doing it tonight, baby.
My mom also did Fallon.
Get your fucking.
So they had Nana Week. So she did it.
Stop it.
Yeah, I forgot about that till this moment.
You have to find it. I have to watch. Did she
it's actually pretty good.
She crushed.
She did better than some other comics. Yeah.
Why the fuck?
I forgot about that till just now.
Why wouldn't you bring your mom?
I forgot.
You and your mom should be going on the road together.
No.
Why?
I let her do maybe one show.
You have to.
I can't. That's crazy.
Why not?
I can't. I just can't.
Why?
I don't know. Do you want to work with your mom?
My mom doesn't do stand-up.
What if she did?
I would 100% work with my mom.
Take my mom on the road.
No.
You already like her.
I do like your mom.
Yeah.
I'll take her. She could open for me. No,
yeah.
she's going to bug me now. On Instagram, I heard you said I could come on the road with you.
Mm-hmm.
She's not that bad, though.
She's not.
You definitely have to put her on some shows that you're doing.
Maybe. Why? I mean, this is crazy.
No. It's
Yeah,
not.
She made me like pay rent at 18. They weren't even paying rent to my grandmother.
They fucking bamboozled her out of the house, dude.
I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, that's a crazy ass story.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'd talk to my sister again.
Yeah, she's not gonna talk to me.
I mean, she owns the house, right?
She owns the house now.
And she got a steal.
She got a steal, and then she also got my stepfather's life insurance policy. He left it to her though. That was on him.
What the fuck?
It's wild.
Is that his kid though?
No.
It's not even his kid.
No, and he didn't leave his kid money.
Didn't leave the kid money.
I think he left his biological grandchild money, not my sister's kid, another kid.
So she got a house.
She got a house
in the Bronx.
in the Bronx.
So she has a house in the fucking Bronx and his money.
And his money, and she's so cheap.
Is she married?
No.
So she's just by herself in a house.
Well, she has a kid.
With who? Black dude.
Gotta watch my special.
Oh, jeez. I can't wait to fucking see it. I can't wait to fucking see it. Is this her mom?
Yes.
Oh, please play this. I think Louis should do her special.
She would love it.
We have to have them back on together.
I mean,
Oh my God. What are we doing here?
we're not going to have her back. I'll have her on.
Please.
I want to have her on her own show.
Good.
She deserves it.
Good. Do that.
Here's the thing. She's funny.
She is funny.
She is funny. And that's where you got it from.
From the Bronx.
You got it from all the fucked up shit that happened to you.
Sure.
Is where you got this fucking. Look at Adrienne. Not to fucking, I'm going to give you your flowers because I love that saying. And I
Did
never.
you just hear it from a black kid?
I heard it from a white kid, but I never very rarely get to use it.
Well, I love that you could give me my flowers. Thank you.
I want to give you. There's nobody like you out there. There's no female comic like you out there.
Well,
There's very few male comics that are as funny as you out there, and that's the fucking truth. And when Ari and Louie, some of the best comics in the fucking world, are behind you, making sure that you have this special. And then for Joanne, who was at Comedy Central for fucking 20 years, to say, fuck it, yeah, we'll take it. And they're not taking anything but originals. The fact that they leased it is crazy.
They're leasing specials.
Not really. They want to own it. They want to have it, so it's theirs. They don't want you to, because if it blows the fuck up, they don't, in a year from now, it's yours.
Right.
So it's just a bad business model to let people have their own shit back. It's just not really what they do. For her to do that means that they really like you. And the special killed. Listen, it's fucking, you're hilarious. The special's fucking hilarious.
You're going to make me cry.
I'm just so, look at man, I know that we're not, like, we don't talk. We're not fucking pals like you and Ari and all that. But really, when it really affected me when I saw you open for Louis and I saw you go to that next level, I'm like, this person should be as big as any of these other folks.
I will say this. When you tweeted something or you like put it on FaceTime or not FaceTime, on Instagram, I guess, you shared a story. And then what you wrote was so nice, I screenshot it. Because I would like screenshot stuff that people said that was nice because sometimes you just need to remember that.
Yeah.
But like what you said was really nice and I really respect you and it meant a lot to me.
It is true. You are one of the ones out there right now. There's nobody like
That's
you.
so nice.
And you're who you are, off stage, on stage. You don't compromise shit. And you're this special. I really hope that it fucking blows it up and get you a fan base so you can fucking get your own goddamn house. You can tour the country.
I could have my own kids I could torture.
You can. Well, let's not have kids.
No,
let's not do that. Just get.
I'm
dogs.
just gonna have dogs.
Get dogs.
Yeah.
Have dogs. Get a guy younger. You want younger?
That's the only ones that like me now. I'm in that age group where like
Yeah.
I'm 46, so it's like 38 to 44.
Yeah.
That's the sweet spot.
That's perfect for you. Get a nice dude with his own fucking money.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, you have to go watch this special. Go to Netflix, tweet about it, share it, do all that shit that you do for a guy taking a shit in a fucking train. All the dumb shit that you guys fucking support and put out there and get 17 million views of horse shit. This is something you need to go and get behind and support and tweet out the clips and spread the fucking word and use your fan power to make this shit happen, because this is one of the ones right here, and we need her to, and people need to see her. And this, because of what you do, it helps comics. It helps comedy, because people get, oh, this is just comedy.
Right.
They're making fucking jokes, stupid.
Yes.
It's funny. And go see your mom.
Go
If
see my
she's
mom. She's going to go on tour.
Go support her mom.
Go see her at a diner.
Go to any black diner or
Any black
nightclub. Make sure you go
Any
see her.
diner that she's performing.
We're
at.
gonna go. We're gonna go to Patreon right now and answer questions.
Let's do it.
Your website right now. Are you on Punch Up?
No, but I'm gonna get on.
They just brought up Carlos Mencia's asshole.
Ooh.
Did you see that?
No,
He fucking-
I wish it.
For some reason, he pulled his pants down and banged a moon at the club. I don't know the details.
Wait, what?
Yeah, bring it up real quick. I don't know. It's on TMZ. What is
banged a moon?
What does it say? What is the headline? Read the headline. Make it bigger, please. If you're rude, I go rude. Full moon at comedy club.
This is like so sad. I'd rather he steal jokes.
I mean, he
this
is
is like so sad to me.
I can't.
Oh my
believe
God.
it.
This is like a level I can't imagine that.
What does it say? Read it, Danny. Right there.
Called out a couple for being rude at his stand-up set. Then he dropped his pants and took a bow and showed his bare ass, and TMZ has pics. I mean, dude, this is like, wrap it up. This is not good.
Dude, first of all, you have the ass of a
It's not
middle-aged
even
white
nice.
woman. It's fucking terrible.
It's disgusting.
I think that looks like my mom's ass, if I would have to imagine what it would look like. And now
that's a crazy
everywhere.
response.
It's a crazy response. But,
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna open for Ari January, February, March.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I look at Ari. Let me tell you something, Ari. Fucking
I just thought it'd be so cool too. He's helped me so much. It would just be cool to go on tour with him after the special comes out.
one of the biggest comedy
Loves
supporters. He's all about fucking funny.
Yeah, he loves comedy. So
It's all about funny. That's why he lives the life he lives. He knows I have to make this much money to pay my bills, and every go fuck yourself with everything else.
If it wasn't for Ari, this special wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, 100%.
And Louis, because when I was going to do it on the paywall, Louis, I think, didn't really want to do it anymore.
Really?
I think he's just like, where am I in it? You know, if we're not going to use me to do it for that.
Right.
And then he was like, no, but direct it. And he was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, Louis, sometimes you have to say, Louis, do this. And he's like, all right, cool.
I think he was just like, well, what do you need me for? If
Right.
you're not going to put it on my paywall and use like my fans that know who you are. I think he's like, so what am, and he's like, well, direct it. You're a great director. And honestly, his vision for it was beautiful. It looks amazing.
I'm telling you right now, Louis is one of the great directors because he told me when he was trying to get me to do it at the Cellar, I was like, I'm not doing the fucking Village Underground. I did it. I was the first one to do
and
it.
everyone's doing it at the Village Underground.
Village
too.
Underground is everybody's backdrop. I was like, I'm not doing it. I go, as long as you're holding an iPhone, in your eyes behind that, that's what I want. And then, you know, he came in, so I showed up at the thing. I was like, this is perfect.
He truly is like a director.
He came in and within 30 minutes changed everything. I mean, we got to move that. I need something here. Get that. He's looking at shit. Everything was fine to me.
They had like handmade lenses. I mean,
Exactly.
the lighting. Everyone that saw it was like, I love this because they did the earlier shows had to have that lighting too. There wasn't enough time.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, we love this light. I mean, he's like such a brilliant mind, and like it does look different than the actual Comedy Cellar.
He is one of the fucking best directors, writers, and
crazy. He's so
comedy guys
talented.
ever. And I'm so glad he did your
And
special.
Ari's so autistic that he's like, we got to kill the least amount of seats. Like he's also amazing, and I feel bad for other people that won't have both of them to do.
Well,
direct
you
and
shouldn't
produce.
because you deserve it. You deserve that for your special because you're in that caliber. And I hope that this shoots you into that thing. So you're going to be opening for him all these dates. You go to her website. What's your website?
AdrienneIapalucci.com.
AdrienneIapalucci.com. Go watch the special and fucking spread the word about this special.
And if you hate it, I want to know what joke you tapped out on.
Yeah,
If you're
please,
like,
that's
I
a
was
great-
just 9/11.
Actually,
out.
screenshot that and put that out. This is the joke I hate.
Yeah,
'Cause there'll be
this is where you lost me.
Yeah, that's what you should have. This is where you lost me contest.
Yeah.
Where everybody tweets it. Go to punchup.live for all my dates. I'm all over the place. I'm at the dojo. I am in, then I'm going to fucking, Jesus Christ. I'm going to, where's the other dates?
You're November 22nd and 23rd. You're gonna be at the dojo in Morris, New Jersey.
Oh, this is after. Okay, yeah. Then I'm going
Then
to
Beacon, New York, December 13th.
Yep.
January 23rd, Kansas City, Missouri.
the comedy club. I'm going back to there.
Then you're going to be at Batavia, Illinois, at the Comedy Vault,
Yeah.
January 31st through February 1st. Levittown, New York, for Governors, February 7th to 8th, and then back to Comics Roadhouse in Connecticut in March.
And of course, check me out on the Bonfire every day on Sirius XM and Bone to Pick with Paul Verzi, which is popping off. The fans are fucking crazy. You can always tell when after the show the fans are coming up. Bone to Pick.
That's awesome.
And they're sending so many fucking bones in, video bones. Everybody's sending bones in. The fans kind of took over the podcast, which is awesome. And the regs, and of course this show. If you're watching this on YouTube, just click the subscribe button if you can, just to help out. Yeah, subscribe to this and make sure if you want to really support the show, Robert Kelly, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. We're going to go right there right now and ask the questions that the Patreon fans have asked for you. There's a few questions, so stick around. Danny, what do you got?
Follow me on Instagram at Danny Braff and see me headline at Sadman's Comedy Cafe in Boca Raton, Florida on November 24th.
Joe?
Hello, this is George W. Bush. Check out The Cheese Show on YouTube.
What? You don't do impressions. Why are you doing an impression?
It's going to be a new thing I do.
But you're not even doing the you're just doing like a Southern guy.
Check out The Cheese Show.
That's not even better. All right, what do you got?
I did not have sex with that woman.
What do you got, dude?
Yikes. What's going on here?
What's the other guy's name again?
Follow me on Instagram at Zachary Unlimited. I have my dates up there. Thanks.
This is crazy.
Zach. Go follow Zach. Zach, you're doing a good job. Thanks. You have the personality of my uncle. I mean, there is just a fucking array of autism back there.
Oh, for sure.
All right, we're going to go to a Patreon right now. You guys are the best fans in the world. We'll see you guys next time on You Know What, Dude?